Here we go.
Yes, sir. The boys are back in town.
Rap Sports News, RSN Podcast. Yeah. How's it going, man?
I was going.
Beginning of the week.
Yeah, man.
Got some rap topics.
Let's get it.
New music. So we had Cardi B and Megan. They dropped Bongos.
Oh, man. He's WAP part 2, huh? right back at it. So we picking up where we left off.
I ain't gonna say it's definitely a Cardi B and Megan song. You know, for me personally, you know, the beat is cool. It's a cool beat. The lyrics are the lyrics, and yeah.
Hey, they putting on for the. Never mind.
Joe Budden said he didn't like it. Joe Budden said it was garbage.
I'm not surprised. It sounds like a Joe Budden response.
All right, so we had Tinashe. She just dropped her video for and surprisingly, she dropped her album Baby Angel, which was actually a very dope project. And we got Nas and Hit Boy dropping Magic 3.
Yes, sir. Man, he's dropping them joints. He got a lot in the vault, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Nas out here doing his thing. Definitely need some new Nas music. It's always cool.
Oh yeah, need that inspiration.
So in some bad news, there was a man shot at Lil Baby concert at FedEx Forum in Memphis.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. Did he survive? You know?
I know he was rushed to the hospital, but I'm not sure of the outcome ultimately.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's all right. It's crazy because I feel like we're seeing that a lot. It's always been like incidents at concerts sometimes, but who was the last? Lil Durk, right?
Lil Durk, yeah.
So it's like it's becoming a sad trend. We need to stop it.
But my thing is, how are people sneaking weapons into the stadium?
Yeah,
I know it happens from time to time, but it's like
they're not patting down. Security not doing their job. Security not doing their job, man.
Or it's like one of those where, like, are they jumping the gate or something? Like,
I don't know. I was at an event last year where this happened. Somebody didn't get shot, but somebody got hurt really bad. He could have got shot. And that's always the question is like, okay, who's allowing this to happen? Because, you know, I get some people sneak in, but, like, come on, it's security all around here.
Right.
Like,
they got to go through, like, 2 security places. Like,
yeah, this ain't supposed to be going down. But
Mercedes-Benz, they have the one that scans you. You got the metal detector and you got the security.
Well, I think that might be our safest bet to go. Not going to no concert unless it's at the Benz Stadium.
Shout out to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Word.
Blueface is in hot water with CPS after they ran across a video of him and his son. His son was in the pantry. He was in the pantry looking for chips, and Blueface said, "Why are you looking for chips when there's booty outside? You're not gay, are you?" And the internet is on fire about it. And CPS wants to fire him as a dad.
Oh man, what you think about this?
So this is a loaded topic, right? Because obviously it's wrong as hell. Like the kid's like 4, 5 years old, so he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He doesn't know anything about any of that. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't knock a parent that tries to push against their kids chasing the rainbow, because there's a lot of people out there that push it on them. So I think it's fair to say, I don't want my kid acting like that.
Yeah. And it's always a way to go about it, you know?
Yeah, the way he did it was wrong.
Yeah,
but
the way he went about it wasn't right. I mean, at the end of the day, did he get his chips? Like, did the young man get the chips?
I think he got a Slim Jim.
Oh, man. He owe him some chips, Blueface. This ain't right.
Yeah, but, you know, the internet,
blue chips.
It was really mad at him about that. Or because of the strippers, of course.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was a picture of Cardi B online, and she had her son at the Bongos video. And there were strippers there.
Yeah, I mean.
And she got millions of likes for that.
The backlash got to be across the table. You can't be mad at one person and not be mad at the other person.
Right, there's got to be equality.
Okay, now,
egalitarian society.
Well, what if you know, Cardi's son wasn't hungry and he had Chick-fil-A. He could have had Chick-fil-A at the shoot.
Babies are always hungry. So yes, that baby was hungry. We're gonna assume he was hungry.
Oh man, yeah. Hey man, feed your kids, keep them safe, and think about
Keep them away from strippers, man.
yeah.
I didn't walk in the house in elementary school and see strippers in the living room.
They got Follies Mobile these days. This is ridiculous.
Right. It's crazy. All right, so Coi Leray and Lotto kind of back at it again.
Oh man.
So Lotto had a verse where she said, "Give me that neck like Benzino." And Coi Leray, she confronted. She kind of like comforted her dad, said, "Hey, it's because they admire you.
Oh,
they all
man.
admire you. I got the most famous neck in the game." And her dad said, "I like how these stupid moments bring us together."
Yeah, I feel like shout out to shout out to everybody, man. This I can't even because you can't get mad. That's a tough line right there.
But it's about her pops.
Yeah.
You don't feel like she should slide over dad?
Yeah, nah, she got to step up for him. She got to step up for her father. And I would have just laugh it off. It ain't a big thing, but she got to come back. You know what I'm saying? She got to.
I mean, some hair got to get pulled.
Something got to happen.
Something got to shake.
Shout out to Benzino. I met him before. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's dope. All right, ready for some news?
Let's do it.
Out of New York is wilding out.
Uh-oh.
Mayor Eric Adams protests because they are sending a lot of migrants to New York right now. And he's saying that they don't have the room and they don't have the ability to take care of everybody. And he needs help, and he feels like he's not getting the help he needs.
Who makes these decisions, like to direct where people are going to go?
So outside of Texas, they're sending them pretty much to sanctuary cities, which would be Democratic cities. So they're sending them out to like parts of California, parts of Chicago, parts of New York, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, one, if they truly don't have the resources to assist, if that's like a fact, then like they gotta find some alternatives, spread people around. You know what I'm saying? Like not put them in no messed up situation or anything like that. But it's got to be multiple places like where people can go.
Yeah, it's just so they're saying like the hotels are over occupied. Plus, like out in Cali, they've been giving them like $300 a week.
You ain't going nowhere with that in Cali.
Right. But they don't help the homeless out like that.
That's tough, man. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be some kind of system put in place for this. Okay, so you just made a good point, and this is a loaded topic too, because then you could make the argument. It's like, okay, we don't help the homeless out who are already here, but we helping people out who are not here, who are not from here, want to come here. Aren't they just gonna? If you gotta help both sides out, because if not, they just gonna become homeless too.
Right. It's I don't have the answer to this situation. It seems that the people in the States, they don't really want them there, but they're not really doing anything to go against it. Not saying that they should do anything bad, of course, but you got to let your state know, hey, we don't want this. There's 8.5 million people in New York, so
Yeah.
there's like maybe like 2,000-3,000 migrants there.
Yeah, I mean, and on top of that, there's what state is it that pay people to live there? Was that Alaska or somewhere?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a positive alternative right there.
That'd be a tough life though, to go from like hot places in South America all the way to Alaska.
In New York, get cold, man.
It's true. It was about to get cold up there for real. 7 degrees. I remember nights.
Yeah, hopefully they figure something out. They gotta do something quick because, like you said, it's about to get cold everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not about to be summer all year long. They gotta figure something out because
even Chicago.
Yeah,
for real.
Hopefully, God bless everybody out there going through these situations and even people who not going through, like coming from another country. Just people here. It's hard for people here, just in general. And I'll be watching like reports on statistics of the U.S. and different things like that. And one of the things I saw, they mentioned, not to go off topic, but they mentioned that by October, they're predicting that most of America won't have any savings left.
Yeah, they're gonna run out of it in October.
So what you think Christmas is gonna look like around here? It's gonna be crazy outside, man. So God bless everybody out there.
Everybody gets a block of coal.
Word.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Get some Christmas cookies.
Everybody was bad. Yeah, so more stories out of New York. There was a woman attacked on the subway with a cane. So there was a woman. We don't really know the story all the way around. There's like two versions of the story that are out right now. But from what we saw, there was a man who he ends up hitting her with a belt, taking the cane out of her hand, and then he hits her over 50 times with the cane. But this is the thing. Everyone around them was just filming. No one stepped in and helped or nothing.
Yeah, this was wild. So, I mean, if you seen the video, it's crazy. Like, even if, and I don't condone the man hitting the lady at all, but we don't know what she did to him.
Right.
And then on top of that, it's like, okay, even if he's going to be crazy and hit her, like, okay, once or twice and walk away, keep it moving. Mm-hmm. He hit her a lot of times, man. He hit her to the point where the cane broke.
Right.
Like, that was crazy.
And it's just like, okay, there's no way to defend that at all. I mean, there's no really defending him hitting her.
They said she was 60, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she on the ground kicking, trying to, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like he was just like whooping her legs. Like, he was hitting her in the head.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He could have killed her.
She ended up in the hospital because of that.
Yeah, that was wild.
So it was definitely excessive, and he got arrested for it. At first, I think they let him go.
Yeah,
and then they went back.
Yeah, they let him go, and then they went back and got him. And I think they said he had like 9 prior arrests. Mm-hmm. So it's like he got a history of violence. Mm-hmm. They just keep letting him out.
That's the craziest part of it all, just letting people out. So that brings up to another video. You know, there's women online. She was mad about this, and she was saying it was actually about the brick girl, I think. But she was saying, why aren't like men jumping in and like helping women when they get attacked and stuff like that? Then the men push back and say, you know, we got families to get home to, or it's not our job, or women have said they're independent, stuff like that. So where does it stand?
This is a fine line because
like let's just go strictly with the
brick.
No, the New York situation.
Somebody should have stepped in on that one.
You feel like that?
I feel like somebody should have stepped in on that one. See, with the brick situation is different because we don't know what really happened. Mm-hmm. Like we hear the stories about like the chick like had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
And taunting
and this and that. So she kind of like, I don't want to say she asked for it, but she's like trying to get into trouble. We don't know what's with the old lady, but at the same time, there's an elder on the ground getting whooped with a cane. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like it ain't like she got hit once or twice. She got hit like 50 times upside the head and stuff. So I feel like if somebody was right there, somebody should have did something right there.
Right.
Like if I was right there, and I'm not trying to put myself in this situation, but if I was right there, I would have did something.
See, I don't know. I think I have a heart, I have a soul, so I'll definitely like call the cops and the ambulance and let them do their thing. But I don't believe in like trading places with someone. Yeah,
I mean, and what I mean by I would have did something. I'm not saying I'm about to go, you know, in this guy, no crazy stuff like that. What I'm saying is, I would have did my best to protect the lady. Like, yo, all right, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, step in between, push him off for her, and like keep it moving, bro. Like,
let me remind you of the story from a few weeks ago. Remember the white guy that was on the train? One of the black guys, he started wilding out. Whatever happened, this was the Marine. I think it was like 26 or something, and he basically tried to stop the black dude by like putting him in a chokehold or something, and he ended up dying. And they arrested the white guy.
Oh man, yeah.
And he was trying to help everybody.
Yeah, I mean, but
so this is what I mean. Like,
yeah, it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
This whole situation is of just jump in, be a hero, or like,
yeah. That's a good point. But I mean, at the same time, like, okay.
And I feel bad.
Yeah,
I understand that.
I think
people will view me as the bad guy.
There's an age limit. Like if she was like, if she was like 40, I'm like, dang. But she was 60, man. She was on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I think the only like I just view older people as adults. But if it was like a kid, I think that's the only time I would step in. For real.
Yeah, no, for sure. It wouldn't be no question if it was a kid getting whooped with a cane and it wasn't their parents.
Right.
Then I would have definitely had to jump in there.
Like, it's not the 1930s, bro.
Nah. Because then if the person would have died, it'd been on your conscience, right? Like,
Of course.
I ain't did nothing. I watched him get whooped to death.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Society's in a really weird place right now, bro.
Yeah, it's every day you never know what you're gonna see. It's like you never know what you're gonna get from people. Like, it's just random. Like the world is like random Netflix episodes right now. Like, that's what it felt like.
Just different Netflix shows. All right, so we have some fun news that happened. We got boot girls who are running around Atlanta and they're unhooking boots off of cars.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the old girls. Yeah, they out here. They got the ski mask on, leaving phone numbers on the side of the car. Like, yo, hit us up, $50.
Right. But I actually have a boot story that happened. So this happened. This is like back in 2009. So I remember I went somewhere to park. Right. You know how they have the machines where you put in your money for whatever spot. Mm-hmm. So someone was leaving, right? He's like, hey, you can just take mine. I was just here for like 5 minutes or whatever. Just take mine and you don't have to pay for it. I don't know. I'm really young at this time. So I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever. I put the thing on the window and then I leave. I come back maybe like 30 minutes or an hour later. I got a boot on my car.
Dang.
And then I called the dude. I'm like, bro, why did you put a boot on my car? I had the paper right there. He's like, no, that was for a different car. You had to do this. You had to get it for your own car or whatever.
Oh, because the license plate. Mm-hmm. They put the license plate.
I don't think it had the license plate on it. It didn't have that yet.
Then how they know it wasn't your car?
I guess he had drove around and saw.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I had a boot and it was like $50. And then after I had the money, then he took it off. And I was just like, bro.
I bet you how much a boot costs now?
I don't know.
Back then, $50, but now inflation tax.
I really don't. I try to stay away from places where they boot cars, to be real with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still traumatized from that.
That's crazy. That's always everybody's fear, though. Like, all right, make sure I don't get no boot on this.
I guess out in when I was out in New Jersey, it was a little bit easier to not get booted because they have like all the rules and stuff right there.
True. Hey, man, shout out to everybody who's trying not to get booted out there. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the boot girls getting that money.
Keep saving Atlanta.
Word.
Okay, so we have some trash out of the police department.
Oh, man.
So we had a video going viral on TikTok. So there's a cop that ended up hitting a pedestrian. He's talking to another cop, and they're talking about the situation. And he's like, oh, yeah, I hit her, or no, the guy hit her, the other cop hit her, and, she broke the windshield. Then when he pressed the brakes, she fell off. She's definitely dead, but.
It was sickening, man.
Yeah, it was like
It was sickening. Like, he was going, I think, 60 or 65 in a 25.
Wow.
And he was going somewhere, I don't know, wherever he's going. He hit the lady. She had the right of way. He hit her. And he calls it in on the radio, and the other cops, they just laughing about it like her life didn't mean anything.
Right. That was like probably one of the most egregious videos I've seen.
Yeah, and it just opens your eyes because it's like, okay, we get it. Like anytime you bring up law enforcement, we get it. They say all cops aren't bad and all that. We know that, right? But there's a lot of more bad cops than you realize, it seems like. Yeah. And it's not me having any facts. This is just the videos that you see every day on social media. The fact that he was so comfortable speaking to everybody who could hear him on that radio and knowing he wasn't going to get in trouble for what he was saying.
Yeah, just saying, hey, write a check.
Yeah, he said, write a check.
Like, how do you, bro, this is literally it could be someone's
he made
mom, daughter, sister.
He said he made a statement like auntie. She was only like 26, so her life wasn't that much value or something like that.
It was low value, or she didn't have much value.
It's crazy, man. This is like, if that's how you feel, you shouldn't. If that's how all of them feel, they should not be on the force at all. They should all be excused immediately.
Yeah, we're better off protecting ourselves. We don't need that.
Facts.
So, yeah, that story was real heartbreaking.
Yeah, that was terrible.
We had another video online that was talking about how South American immigrants that were working at the towers on 9/11 weren't acknowledged when they died at the time.
Mm-hmm.
The government didn't acknowledge them, told their families to prove that they were alive. Or they were working.
That's terrible. I think it said around 250. Around 250, man. Non-documented immigrants were working there, working in the towers. As you know, yesterday was the memorial of 9/11, and it's sad because it's like, okay, they were undocumented, so it's already tough for them. It was already tough for them, tough for their families to deal with the loss in general, but tough they had to prove that that they even existed. And then on top of that, like they wasn't even included in the memorial, or like, you know, like we keep saying gone but not forgotten and all that.
Right.
But they are.
Right.
Like nobody even acknowledges them.
We're just figuring this out all these years later. What?
Yeah.
22 years later?
Never even knew about this.
Right.
So it's terrible. Hopefully, you know, New York makes this right and do some kind of memorial, include them in the memorial somehow.
And clean it up for real.
Yeah, because that's not cool.
That's not right.
And the fact that it took this long.
Right.
This is a long time.
2 decades, bro.
Like,
are you serious?
Like most kids who wasn't alive for this, you know what I'm saying? Like this.
They're already adults.
This is nuts. We gotta get it right, y'all.
Gotta do better, America. All right, we had some sports this week. USC won against Stanford.
Man, USC didn't win against Stanford. They dominated against Stanford. Yeah, USC, they're making it do what it do, man. They look sharp. They look like they clicking on all cylinders.
Right. We had Alabama. They took an L in Texas.
Yeah, man, the football pool, I said they was going to win. I don't know why I did that. Texas came through with the upset at home, I think. Or no, I think they were in Alabama, actually. And that was a great game. That was a great game with a lot of excitement. But at the end of the day, Texas is just the better. It looked like at least Saturday night, Texas was the better team.
Right. Well, for sure, yeah. Colorado beats Nebraska.
Skol Buffs. Yeah, man. Coach Prime and the gang 2-0. We started off a little shaky. First half was the offense couldn't get it going, but the defense held us down the entire game. First half, ending at halftime, I think we were up 13-0. And then going into the third quarter, that's when the offense turned it on. And it all came together. 136-14, really should have been 36-7. We had the bench in at the end of the game. They gave up a touchdown they shouldn't have. But I'm looking forward to this week. Colorado plays in-state rivalry, Colorado State. And I'm hoping to see the boys put it all together. The first game, the offense was on fire. The second game, the defense was on fire. Now we got to put it together, and everybody got to be as one unit. So as they are, but like, you know, click on all cylinders is what I'm trying to say.
Right. For sure. Shout out to the college players.
Yes, sir.
Georgia Tech fined $500,000 because they would not hire immigrants to work for them.
Sheesh. Hey, man, no discrimination. Hey, you got to pay.
Yeah, so they weren't hiring immigrants to work around the college, and it's weird because I don't know if it's, you know, people that were illegal or just people that are from here but they're different races.
Yeah, it was didn't get all the details of that one, but you know, that just shows I'm glad, well, let's back up. I'm glad they're being held accountable.
For sure.
Right? Most cases that doesn't happen. You know, so many companies, so many entities, they get away with discriminating against people for whatever reason, and there's never any consequences.
That was a pretty hefty fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We had the Falcons. They won their first game against the Panthers.
Yeah, man. I didn't bet on them, but
Nobody betted on them. But I'm glad they won. You know, they're coming out swinging this year. So,
yeah, let's see if they keep it up. Maybe I just keep betting against them, and maybe they keep winning.
and we had Aaron Rodgers out on the first quarter.
Yeah.
First quarter.
Nah, the first drive, the fourth play.
What did it say? 75 seconds into the game.
75 seconds into the game, Aaron Rodgers went down against the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills, even though we freaking lost. It was a in-state game, the Jets against the Bills, and Aaron Rodgers 4 plays in goes down. I think it was an ACL or something that happened, injury, and it's not looking good. Like I don't think he's going to return. So tough break for the Jets in the sense that they lost Aaron Rodgers and his debut game with the Jets, but they did beat the Bills.
Yep.
I'm mad about that.
And shout out to Aaron Rodgers for getting the bag, bro, and then going home.
Yeah, he literally got paid, played 4 plays, 4 snaps. He got hurt and he out of there. Like, that's kind of like the ideal situation though. Like,
and I'm glad that we talked about that game yesterday before it happened. Because at least one person has witnessed that I didn't believe in Aaron Rodgers.
He didn't. He sure didn't. He called that, man. But yeah, hopefully he gets better. Still mad y'all beat the Bills.
Rest up, my boy. Congratulations on the money. Don't spend it all in one place. All right, you ready for some fun topics?
Let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna do best album.
Okay.
We talking about Outkast, my favorite group of all time.
Oh.
So we got Stank On Ya, Speaker Box, Love Below,
Oh man.
AT Aliens, Idlewild, and Aquemini.
ATLs.
AT Aliens. Wow. I didn't expect that. I'm such a it's gotta be Speaker Box and Love Below.
Oh, you can't pick them both.
Nah, because that's one album. That was a double.
I thought it was. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because I thought that was two separate joints. But I was all one. Mm-hmm. You're right. Dang, I thought I couldn't pick them both. I was like, dang. Okay, if I had to go back and change it, I'd pick that too.
Yeah,
I picked that too. Caroline. What?
So I actually added Aquemini onto it, but everybody actually says Stank On Ya.
Okay.
But Stank On Ya was a bomb album. I love that album.
I can't be mad at that answer.
No, not at all.
I can't be mad at that answer at all.
All right, you ready for one more?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We got Kanye West.
Oh man.
So we got College Dropout, The Life of Pablo, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Late Registration, and Graduation.
Oh, dang. This is tough, man.
This one's actually harder for me.
I have to go between College Dropout and The Graduation.
Okay.
So
which
I'm
one,
picking
though?
The Graduation.
Graduation. Okay. I like that answer a lot, too. So also for me, it came down to 2, and one was a Graduation, and the other one was actually My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay.
But ultimately, I picked My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay.
Because that was actually the album that made Kanye my favorite rapper.
Word?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I mean, his albums are very artistic.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, guys. If you made it to the end of the video, we'd like to thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Wait. Stop the press. No. One thing I just thought about, though, when we talking about Kanye, he was just in the news not too long ago. For Italy. Did you hear about that?
Oh, yeah. He was on the boat.
Yeah, he was on
I'm on the boat.
He on the boat. They trying to ban him from Italy, man.
I thought they were just they said the company, or did they say from?
It was. I don't know if I thought I heard that they were trying to ban him from being in Italy.
I mean, I guess they could, but I mean,
not Pablo.
He doesn't care about Italy like that.
He might try to buy a city in Italy.
I bought Italy. But didn't he say that a while back in Words in Paris?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he warned y'all. So that's your fault for not taking warnings.
Hey. All right. But we can wrap it up now.
All right, guys. If you made it to the end of the show, we'd like to thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm Canary Balance.
Slyce.
Peace.